standing here right by your side. I will be standing here till the end of time. I will be standing here all through the night, till the stars align.
Hey guys, how is everybody today? My son sent me an article last night that he saw had just came out, and it's about the Jon Benet case. I guess what pulled him to this article was the fact that the incident happened on his birthday. So this case happened when my children were small. So they've always, this has always been a thing in our family, wondering who did it. So when he saw this article about how they're going to get a cold case team to come back in and re-examine all the evidence and stuff to see if they can figure out what really did happen with Jon Benet, he thought that I would like to do a story on it, so I'm doing one. I know a lot about this case. I don't know everything. I have my own theories on it, and if you've watched any of my older videos, you know my theory on it. Because, I mean, to me, it sort of fits right in line with the Summerwell's case. There's a lot of similarities there. There's a lot of, as far as law enforcement, how it was handled, their age, their looks, the fact that the public immediately picked up on and thought that the parents were responsible, and if not the parents, the sibling or siblings. I would like to know, back last year, her father said, TV interview with 2020 Australia. Her father makes the statement that the Boulder police will not release the DNA, the last little bit of DNA they have on the case. They will not release it to a company that does this for a living and has done it for a while now. And they have a success rate of, I believe they said they had solved like 200 cases in 2 years' time using DNA. And that makes you wonder why Boulder police won't release it. I understand it's the last little bit of evidence, but after they have not accomplished anything in 26 years, what makes them think they're ever going to accomplish anything? I mean, sorry, to me, that would be like saying that Hawkins County is going to wake up tomorrow morning and say, voila, we know what happened with Summer. Yeah. In my opinion, allegedly, in my opinion here, neither Hawkins County or Boulder, Colorado police were experienced enough to solve either one of these cases. I agree with there was a reporter that has been on the Jon Benet case since the beginning, and she has said since the beginning that an experienced detectives should have been brought in on that case from the beginning, from the get-go. The police force was inept. They did not have the experience that it took to handle a case like this. They had a little man syndrome. They did not want to ask for help. They did not want to admit that they couldn't handle it. Sound familiar, guys? Hawkins County, Ronnie Lawson. But anyways, that's just my opinion. And this is what the article had to say. Let me read it for you and just give me your thoughts on it, guys. I'm sure I'm going to have to put up a community tab thing for you to comment in because of it showing Jon Benet's pictures. So if the comments are cut off, go to the community tab and you can put your opinions there. Police investigating unsolved red rum of Jon Benet Ramsey to seek help from cold case team. This crime has left a hole in the hearts of many, and we will never stop investigating until we find Jon Benet's unaliver, the police chief said, by Minivon Burke. Police in Boulder, Colorado will consult with a state cold case team as they continue to investigate the 1996 red rum of 6-year-old Jon Benet Ramsey. Authorities have received more than 21,000 tips, letters, and emails about the case and have traveled to 19 different states to speak with more than 1,000 people, but the red rum remains unsolved. This case has left a hole in the hearts of many, and we will never stop investigating until we find Jon Benet's unaliver. Police Chief Marius Harold said in a news release Wednesday ahead of the 26th anniversary of Jon Benet's unaliving. The Colorado Cold Case Review Team is made up of professional investigative, analytical, and forensic experts from across the state. Police said the team is another tool to help further cold case homicide investigation. Jon Benet was found beaten and strangled to unaliving on December the 26th, 1996, in the basement of her family's Boulder home. At the time, the only other people known to be in the home were her parents, Patsy and John, and her brother Burke. No one has ever been charged. Police have often been criticized for their initial handling of the investigation, and Jon Benet's father this year showed support for an online petition that asked the governor to intervene by putting on outside agencies in charge of DNA testing. Theories have swirled for years that Jon Benet, who spent much of her life on the beauty pageant circuit, was unalived by an intruder who broke into the house or by a member of her family initially. The Ramseys were reluctant to be interrogated by police or to allow their son, then 9, to be questioned. In 2008, the Boulder District Attorney at the time, Mary Lacey, officially cleared them based on DNA test results. In a letter of exoneration, she said evidence showed an unknown male's DNA on Jon Benet's underwear and long johns. However, her findings came into question following a joint investigation by NBC affiliate KUSA of Denver and the Boulder Daily Camera. In 2016, the news outlets had forensics experts examine the evidence Lacey reviewed, as well as reports from a private lab that tested the DNA and said the experts questioned whether DNA belonged to a single unidentified male. Lacey told ABC News the same year that she stood by her decision to clear the family. Federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies continued to work on Jon Benet's case. Boulder police have also sought help from several private DNA laboratories across the country. The news release said nothing that the amount of DNA evidence available for analysis is extremely small and complex. Police said that whenever new technology becomes available, they will have the samples tested. Jon Benet's half-brother, John Andrew, wrote on Twitter that it was a positive step. Forward progress, more work to be done to catch a unaliver, but it can be done, he tweeted. Now, the same 2 detectives that started the Jon Benet case are still there 26 years later, and I hope and pray that we're not looking at the same thing with Summer Wells' case 26 years into the future. Have a blessed day.